Aloha, beautifuls, and welcome to the Woman Unleashed online retreat. My name is Amber Kuile Mailani Benici. I am your retreat host, and I'm excited for some writing today. Yay! 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 Okay, so I love writing. I can't wait. So have your Woman Unleashed journal, have a pen. If you've never written before, it's cool. If you've written a lot before, this is going to make it even more awesome. And I'm really excited. So before we dive into all those things, let's get present, and then I can introduce you to our guide so we can jump in. So feel with me, just close your eyes for a moment. And first, noticing if there's any energy, things that have been going on from earlier today that are on your mind. Let's just inhale in, exhale and release. Next, noticing if there's anything to come that you're worried about or thinking about, come back to this moment. Inhale in, exhale and release. And third and final breath, smelling this moment together. And release. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. So we can dive in. I'm going to first introduce you to our beautiful session guide today, Shereen Sun. Give a wave, Shereen.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hey, so Shereen, she is a magical business coach. Okay, so she helps, supporting like upcoming leaders, getting them to know like how to express their power, their personality through ethical entrepreneurship, which I love. Her passion is really about helping women build movements, unleashing their creativity. You can tell why I like her, and also get more visible online. She kind of fuses her marketing strategy with creativity and abundance consciousness and intuition and all these different pieces to help you kind of build this vision in life and help you get it into the hands of those who need it the most. So today we're tapping in really into intuition, right? And so part of the Women Unleashed retreat, the idea of what we're doing is to help, you unleash, help you awaken, connect, and tune inwards. And intuition is one of the ways to do it. So Shereen, welcome.
Thanks. That was a wonderful introduction.
Oh, you're welcome. So Shereen, just so you all know, Shereen and I also know each other from a similar business community. She just came to my last retreat. That was super fun.
Got my painting from it right here.
Oh my gosh, you gotta show. You can't just tease them. Oh, maybe we should wait till the very end. Oh, but then what if we forget?
Okay, you decide.
Let's start.
We'll tease them.
Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead. Whatever. Welcome to the energy of Shereen and I. Okay, so Shereen, we were talking about, because she works with so many different people in different, areas, but like one of her zones of genius is really tapping the sacred into business. And so we wanted to take a look at like how to tap sacred, not into business, right, but into writing for you to take it into then whatever you're working on, whether it's your creative work, whether it's your dance, whether it's your family, whether it's your business, any of those areas. So I'm excited to dive in today, Shereen. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I've been in this process of cultivating a writing practice, and I dabble in all kinds of different mediums. I love to paint, I love to draw, I love to dance, and lately it's been writing for me. And so writing has been so helpful for me to really understand what is my voice, what is my opinion on whatever it is that I'm working on. And as creatives, I feel like that's one of the questions we're always asking ourselves is, what is me and how do I represent it in what I'm doing? So I have found writing to be an amazing tool for that, and also just to help you access your higher self and access your intuition. So that's what we're going to play with today.
Okay, I'm really excited because I geek out on writing. Even though I'm known as a painter, I love writing. It's like, I love it even more. Shh, don't tell anyone, but yes, writing's my thing.
Yeah. I feel like writing has so much to offer all of us, and it sometimes, I think the way it's presented is very daunting. Like you have to sit down and lock yourself in a room in a cabin in the woods for 4 days. to write. And what I've been playing with is how can we just sit down and write for a couple minutes, 5 minutes, and see what comes through, and let it be very stream of consciousness and intuitively led. And then from there we can mine for some serious gems that we may not have found in other mediums.
It's so funny whenever, we talk about like writing in the woods, I think of like Walden,
Uh-huh.
Thoreau and Walden Pond. And I was laughing because I read something, this was years ago, I read like his mom and his sister would like bring him food and stuff like that. So it wasn't just like this guy out in the woods that like was chopping wood all by himself and writing. Like,
Oh, really?
he had the women helping support him. So I thought that was really
I
funny.
didn't know that.
It's so funny when I read it. I'm like, so if you have the story in your head that to write, you need to be kind of off on the, separate yourself out in the woods. Like, no, we're doing it sacred style. We're doing it like integrating in life, which I love, which is this piece of connecting spirit. And I just feel like there's so much more, right, available when we tune into something bigger. So I'm excited. So we've come up with this really juicy process that's like, different than stuff that we've done before. So I would love to, kind of dive into that a little bit, and then maybe we can riff a little bit and see what's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want me to go through the process or just introduce it a little bit?
Why don't you introduce it just a little bit, what we're going to be doing, and sharing a little bit about the pieces, that the materials that you're going to use, so that people can
absolutely
know how to do that on their own too. Yeah.
Okay, totally. So the materials that I have in front of me, I've got 3 different oracle decks, and these are some of my favorite tools to use for pretty much everything. I've got lots of different decks, and here we've got the Vision Quest deck. So this deck is based around a Vision Quest. Really beautiful. This is the Sacred Rebel deck. I think as creatives, a lot of us can identify with the Sacred Rebel. And then here we have the Soul Lessons deck for lessons from your soul. So I love these because they have this intuitive, energetic element where you never know what you're going to get. But what I find is that they tend to just help you affirm what you already know on some level, and they hold energy. So I just find that whenever I pull cards, there's always something there for me. And the practice for me has been, and this is what we're going to be working on, how do you take an image or whatever is in front of you and let that inspire the next idea, and then kind of say yes and roll with that. So that's what we're going to be doing with the cards. You're also going to want to have your handy dandy notebook or journal. And then you're going to want to have something to write with, whether it's colorful markers, pencils, pen, anything will do. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That and your intuition, and then we've got everything we need.
I love it. Okay, so what about people, like there might be people who are listening who haven't used oracles. So I think it's cool that you're talking about how, if you even don't have card decks, how there are other ways to access this information. So today we're working with which is awesome. And then, but I love that, like, this is almost like practice, for tapping in, and being able to pay attention to stuff that's around us all the time. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, it doesn't have to be oracle cards. I was thinking about for this, just bringing pictures or like these flowers, like whatever it is that is in front of you, you can look at it and just see what comes through for you and say yes to that and go from there.
Cool. I love it. I'm excited. I'm pulling out my markers now. I'm like deciding which colorful marker I'm going to be drawing and writing with today.
Yeah. And you're welcome to mix it up too. I know you like to do that.
Yes, I do like to mix it up. I think I'm going to start with blue. Well, unless if I look at the card and it might change my mind. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'm pulling out the pinks and the blues and the greens. So, all right. So I think we have everything we need. Are we ready to get going on it?
Yeah, let's
Okay, so first, okay, awesome. So I'm going to invite you to just close your eyes. And I know we already did some deep breathing, but go ahead and do a couple more deep belly breaths. Just following your breath inwards into yourself and setting the intention for yourself that you're going to take this time and create a space for you to really listen and to really hear your truths, your higher self, your intuition. I'm going to carve out some sacred time for you to listen and to honor and to take action from that place, and to get into the practice of doing that more often with your creativity. In every moment, there's an opportunity for us to drop in and tune in and listen to what wants to come next. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And you can call in any guides or ascended masters, teachers, animal totems, healed ancestors, whoever wants to be present, your guardian angels, whoever your spirit team is. If you're connected to them, you can call them forward to be with you in this session. And whenever you're ready, you can gently blink your eyes open, and we're going to pull some cards and get started. Okay. So from this point forward, all of your choices get to be intuitively made. So whatever comes to you first, just roll with that. I'm going to start with the Soul Lessons deck. And again, if you're doing this at home by yourself, you don't have to use cards at all. But if you've got them, just give them a shuffle with your intention. And oh, I've got one that fell out. So that's the one we're going to go with. Okay. Perfect. So the card that I pulled, it says reach for the stars. And then this is the picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a timer for 3 minutes, and we're just going to start with 3 minutes and see how we feel. If we want to go longer, we can. So this is a great way to just start writing and get yourself into motion around writing if you're feeling a little stuck. So we're going to set a timer for 3 minutes. The prompt is reach for the stars. Here's the image, and just go ahead and write intuitively what comes to you. I wonder if there's a way I could leave this on the screen. I don't know how, but okay. Okay, so that was 3 minutes. Amber, how was that for you?
It was good. It was good.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Um, anything insightful, surprising come through for you?
Yeah, it was really interesting because I was writing. I'm like analyzing my writing while I'm writing, which you know, which I try not to do. But it was interesting that piece about like I got my message really clearly from the card about like what I'm meant to do and who
Mm,
I'm meant to be right now. It was a clear message. Like I was writing, it was cool.
mm, beautiful. Okay, so we're going to do it again. And I love what you said just now about having a question. And when I work with oracle cards, I am asking a question as I shuffle. So I think for this next set of writing, go ahead and ask a question, whether it's related to whatever it is that you're creating, what you're creating in your life, if you have a business, if there's something that you're wanting some clarity or direction on, or you feel stuck or confused, that would be a good thing to bring into this exercise. And let's see if we've got some answers for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. And our next card, ooh, it's into the world, not of this world. And we've got
That's
this,
beautiful.
isn't it? This beautiful fish, mermaid, ocean expression. There's some rocks, there's some trees back there, there's a stream, lots of fish, a lot of motion. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer, and I'm going to leave this up for a little bit and see if this helps you answer your question, or just write to this and your question. See what's the first thing that comes through for you. All right, I'm starting the timer. We have 3 minutes. Go. Okay. We're back. How was that, Amber?
It was awesome. It's
Yeah.
really interesting. Like once I started tapping into it, it's like woo, woo, woo. And I loved the message that I got. Yeah, it's really cool.
What do you want to share anything about it?
Um, yeah, sure. Okay, so my question was, how can like what I'm doing get even better, right? I'm in the process of moving, and I've got a really full week. So my question was in inquiries like how to make it even better, more amazing. Um, so here's what I wrote. I throw my head back in pleasure. It's to be had every moment. Just when you think you found it, there's more and more and more. What if there was no cap, no limit? What if it could get better and better and better? What if you could flow with all the support and pleasure surrounding you? What then? Could you handle it? What story would you have to give up? What space would you need to make for this? There is possibility here even you have not seen before.
Powerful.
Yeah.
I love that.
I know, that was so
I
good.
want to throw my head back in pleasure too.
I know, it's like, oh.
So that's one thing about this process that is so inspiring for me is it really is limitless and endless, and like you can always keep writing even if you're writing about how you don't know what to write about. One thought will lead you to the next, and it really just shows me um, how limitless my creativity is. Like it can just keep going and going and going, right? Like as you were saying, you could have kept on writing. So I love that about this process. So shall we do another one? Do you have another question you want to ask?
We could, but I'm also very mindful of your time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can leave it there.
Let's go ahead. So instead of doing another process, let's just maybe just really briefly talk about, and I think you've talked about it enough, but like for people moving forward, how to do this themselves if they don't have cards. You said they can be inspired, but like just with like the clear directions on
yeah. You know, when it comes to this process of intuitive writing, whether you have cards or not, like, yes, you can use pictures, you can use nature, you can look out your window and write to the first thing that you see. You can also just tune in and listen and feel into what's alive for you right now. What is the lessons that you've been moving through right now? And you can write to that. If there's any questions that you're kind of stuck on, you can write to that. And I think this process of setting the timer and making it just a 3 to 5 minute experience can make it so much more accessible. I know I spent so long trying to develop a writing practice, and I would block out entire days for myself to write, and I would just sit there in resistance the whole day. So this has been really helpful for me. And once you have done your writing, since we're kind of in this question of what's my authentic voice? As you continue to do this, you're going to start to be, like you were saying in our last conversation we were talking about how this is a muscle that you stretch using your intuition, and you'll start to notice themes and notice, how you're speaking about things or the words that have a lot of energy for you. So when you're done writing, you can go back, you can circle or underline the words that have a lot of energy for you and just put them next to each other and just look at them and feel into them, feel into the energy. And from there, that, you can go endless different ways with that. You can take some of those words and create a painting about it, right? You can use this to make your own art assignments and prompts that you can create from. So I think this process is limitless and there's no right or wrong way to do it. And my recommendation is you just feel into what your intuition is telling you to do and say yes and go from there.
I love it. Well, it's really interesting that you talked about being inspired from outside stuff. I know part of the process that we use in intentional creativity is when we're doing the painting, at one point to ask the painting its message, right? To be writing it. Will you share your painting with us, Shereen?
Oh, yeah. It's time.
It is time.
So I went to Hawaii for my birthday, and I happened to be there at the same time as Amber's retreat. Was that called the Women Unleashed Live? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was at the Women Unleashed Live, which was awesome. And I got to paint Amber knows that every couple days I utter to myself the sentence, I want to paint more. And I got to do that at Amber's retreat. And I painted this lady. I'm going to slowly unveil her. Oh, she's a sunflower queen with this triple goddess thing going on. And she's very glittery and colorful. And I never painted anything like this, but I love her so much. So yeah, that happened. And this was very much intuitively led, very similar process, I would say, with writing at the foundation of it.
Look at, she's got a sun on her, Shereen.
Mm-hmm.
For our last conversation. I love
it.
Awesome.
And sun.
Fun. Thank you, Shereen, for sharing her with us. So ladies, we would love for you in the Facebook group to share your writings. Like if there's something that stood out for you or certain phrases, things that came out that you noticed during your writing, please share that in the Facebook group. We're there hanging out, and that's where the party is continuing on, the retreat party. And then Shereen, I know you have something for our beloveds to continue this connection piece, yeah? With the creativity.
Yes. Absolutely. So what I have for you is, I'm a business coach primarily. So for those of you who are out there who are thinking about how you want to start a creative business, how you want to start your intuitive business, spiritual business, I have a gift for you, which is called How to Attract Clients for the Creative Spirit. And this would apply in a lot of different realms, but really it's about attracting people who are going to be your soul-aligned people and your tribe for your work. And it's going to explain to you and walk you through some processes to help you become a magnet for people who are the ones that you want to be hanging out with, you want to be sharing your work with, you want to be collaborating with. So it's called How to Attract Clients for the Creative Spirit, and it's a video series that you're going to receive from me.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. So it's right here below is where the video is. And I just want to say that this can be for you if you're an artist and you want to get your work into galleries. So like figuring out how to get your work attractive for people to buy, as well as for like gallery owners. It can be if you're maybe a movement instructor and you teach movement classes, like how to be attractive to bring people there. If you're a healer, massage therapist, you're trying to bring people in. Even if you're like, if you do your own work, like if you don't even have a business and you're, an employee, right? Think about how to be like more attractive to people and to find people that you like to work with, that kind of thing too. So links below. Thank you so much, Shereen.
You're so welcome, Amber. Thanks so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.
All right, beauty. So we'll see you in the Facebook group. Keep doing your intuitive writing and looking forward to seeing you in our next session. So much aloha.
Yeah. Bye.